What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Top Cat the Gamer. We are back with some more Trails through Daybreak 2. We had one more connection event that we need to get done. Hope y'all are doing well. We're just going to jump right on into it. We're going to be doing Battle of the Blades, the last one. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. New to the channel, tap that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Let go. Van and the group decided to take a break on the island stroll and enjoy themselves. I think it's about time you come clean, Divine Blade of Silver. Out with it. What exactly is, Ikaruga up to? And why did you fight Van and Longport? Jeez, someone forgot to take their chill pill this morning. In my defense, I helped Van out in the end. Oh wait, maybe that's what's really got you all hot and bothered. She talking mad shit, ain't she? I'm gonna do this all day if I have to. The sooner you stop dodging my questions, the sooner you can be on your way. It really doesn't make sense when you really think about it in the end. From her first meeting with Van out in the mountains, like, trying to fight them made zero sense. And anything that she was doing, they were kind of like trying to do the same things, like, from the very beginning. So it doesn't make sense why she would constantly keep trying to fight Van. Actually, I have another idea. Perhaps you'll be more talkative, in a more talkative mood, if I bring you to your knees, Divine Blade. Ooh, she ain't scared. You're on. Let's let our swords do the talking. Whoa, hold it. Van? And Shin too? Glad we made it in time. Look, this ain't the time or place for this. Yeah, they tear half their goddamn island up. I get how you feel, but you gotta take it easy, alright? We can't have you pulling a Walter. Right now, we need to be figuring out what the owner of this place is after. So let's put aside the personal grudges, huh? It's not a personal... No, you're right. I lost my clue. Darn. And I was really looking forward to testing my mettle against a famous Beauty's Blade, too. Guess we'll take a rain check on that. But FYI, I'm ready to go anytime you are. Especially now that I'm all fired up. Trust me, I fully intend to take you up on that. Now, that's a fight I need to see. And that may happen sooner than you might expect. Cheeky little bastard, man. The sparks are still flying. The guild already had her marked, but after the incident in Longport, I think Elaine hit a boiling point. To be fair, Shizune ain't doing herself any favors with all that taunting. The gal's trouble with a capital T. This is very true. I think I might have to step in. Oh? Do you know some other way that we can resolve this? Let me guess. You want to propose something that'll help us get off the steam without resorting to bloodshed. At least let me see it for myself. What do you mean? And did you just read Van's mind? Sure did. Jealous? It's that unclouded eye shit. Knock it off, you two. I get you two have an axe to grind, but there are other ways to settle that beef. They don't involve cleaving each other in half. I got a much safer solution in mind. Follow me, girls.
Oh, come on.
Alright, we're all set. Let's get this show on the road. It's the battle of the blade... I'm sorry. It's the battle of the Blade Babes. Beauty's Blade versus Divine Blade of Silver. But instead of clashing steel, they're clashing wheels. In a riveting bikini orbital bike race. Get the fuck out of here. I feel so foolish. Why would you, of all people, suggest that we wear bikinis? because it levels the playing field. You won't have the clothing air resistance excuse when I make you eat my dust. I also just thought about I also just thought having a little eye candy would attract a few more eyeballs. She knows how to draw a crowd, that's for sure. Guess that comes with the unclouded eye package. Will you please stop trying to rationalize this? She doesn't know I put a bikini on her long before this. Hey, turn that frown upside down. You're gonna have a blast, I promise. I know the swordsman I know likes to ride over bikes sometimes, so I've taken them for a spin a few times to see what the big deal was. He is talking about a ring. I've never done a full-blown race with him before. I'm pretty stoked for this. So you're completely enthralled with this ridiculous idea. Why am I not the least bit surprised? I get that swordsmanship's more your speed, but sometimes it's good to expand your horizons and give something else a whirl. Besides, you get to duke it out with the Divine Blade and see the island from a new viewpoint. You're killing two birds with one stone. Prince Cherie's bunch and Arkwright Solutions team are making sure the roads are clear of any bystanders. So don't worry about putting on the brakes. You're clear to go, hell bent for leather.
Not you two, Zen. Everyone's driving me up the wall here. Fine. It's the race you want. It's the race you'll get. I'll be running circles around you. We'll see about that.
First one to finish 2 full laps around the island will be the winner. Who do you guys think is going to win? I'm going to take... I'll say probably Shizuna here because she seems more like up for it. Alright ladies, start your engines. Let's do this. On your marks, set, go! With that, the race between Elaine and Shizuna was off to a rumbling start. I'm well in the lead. Now I need to maintain it to the end. Yeah, not happening. Whoa, the Divine Blade slipped right past her. Holy smokes, how'd she pull that off? That was amazing. I'll say. I didn't know a normal bike could maneuver like that. That lady's talent is inhuman. I was careless. So what was that about running circles around me? The race has only gotten started and is heating up. We're coming up on some rough terrain, so things might get dicey and bouncy. Keep those cameras rolling. Might get dicey and bouncy vans, asshole. There, I caught up. Let's see, maybe here? Oh wow, no way. Yes way, I love me a good shortcut. Divine Blaze using her unclouded eye to find the fastest routes on the track as Beauty Blaze met her match. This race is getting real spicy real fast. The only thing that'll make it better is if we got a happy accident. Man, bro, with the commentary right now. What do you think? Should we give the people what they want? What? No. Are you crazy? I think y'all should definitely give the people what they want. The Silver Blaze still in the lead. One more lap to go. Who's gonna win? This is hilarious. As the second and final lap progressed, Elaine did everything she could to narrow the gap. However, Shizuna refused to give her the edge. Until the very last moment. Well, it's been fun, but I think I got this race in the bag. Better luck next time. Why'd she veer off? Oh, shoot. Oh! Holy crap, Beauty's Blade just pulled off ahead out of nowhere. Wow, I wish I'd have thought to lose that route. I was counting on you making use of it. Now I believe victory is mine. Well, Elaine wins. Well, and there we have it, folks. The winner is beauty displayed. Elaine or Claire. She sure showed us what an A-rank bracer is made of. Alright, that's a wrap. Hope y'all enjoyed the race. They put on one heck of a show, in more ways than one. Let's give it up for Elaine and Shizuna, everyone. Elaine would have never normally done that, but Shizuna pushed her. Aw, I was this close to beating you. Then you had to pull off that cheap little stunt at the last second. You must have got the idea to venture off the beaten path after I showed you up on the first lap. I was simply thinking on my feet, so to speak. You pulled the rug off under me, so I thought I'd return the favor. I bet everything on that last gambit. Well, major props. I guess your recent experiences in the capital really paid off. This just goes to show how long This just goes to show I have a long way to go. I better turn things up to 11. You realize the dial only goes up to 10, right? Anyway, I hope that cleared the air between you two. You feeling better, Elaine? Yes, I am. I think I was a little too high-strung earlier. I recognize now there are more pressing matters at hand. I shouldn't have let myself get so tunnel vision. They're still gonna fight. Still, it's too bad that we couldn't go toe-to-toe in an actual sword fight. Because I'm sure we'll have other chances down the line. Right. And when that time comes, I promise I'll give you my all. Those girls just don't know when to quit. Well, at least they're not each other's throats anymore. Yep. And I got the feast. I got the feast for the eyes. I got the feast for the eyes out of the deal. So no complaints. Now I better get back to... I didn't even pay attention. He was behind them the whole time in their little bikinis. There they go. Oh, I don't think you'll be going anywhere. Indeed. Not until we've gotten some payback. Payback? For what? What do you think? For making me race in this ridiculous outfit. Not to mention all those tactless little comments you made. I'll have you know, that was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done in my life. How about a 3-person race this time? We'll go all out and make you eat dirt fair and square. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up a sec. There's no way I can compete with you two. I don't think you're getting out of this one, pal. Hate to say it, but you had this one coming. Those comments were fucked up, though. Van was forced to race against his will, where he was soundly trounced by Elaine and Shizuna, who put their differences aside in the face of a common enemy.
I would have preferred a proper sword fight,
That's
but
funny.
I still had a lot of fun in the end. Thanks, Van.
You got off easy this time, Van. Next time, I'll let my sword do the talking.
He did get off kind of easy. Being completely fair. All right. So that is all of the connection events. That's everything. Alrighty. What else do I need to do? I think that's really it, honestly. Alright, we're gonna save right here and call it a day. I think this takes us to the night. Just make sure you do all the quests and everything before that. Van's group return to the villa and share what they learned with the others while on break. So in other words, you get to find any leads, surefire or not. Yeah, and we went over this place with the fine-tooth comb. That all said, something about this place stinks. I just haven't sniffed out the source of the stench yet. It's definitely odd that our elusive owner invited us here, only to never show his face. Well, it's not like we're in any rush to meet him. I can't imagine he'd invite us here just to give us a relaxing vacation. Doubtful. He's definitely hatching a plot, and nothing good ever comes from that. And that's all the more reason to stay on the alert. I just want to let loose and shoot the shit, man. Is that too much to ask? It'd be a good idea to think that's about how we want to spend our time from now on tomorrow. Oh, another airline is coming in. Who in the hell is on that one? I believe that's the last flight scheduled for today. Is that him finally? Considering we're in the off season right now, I doubt there are any passengers on board. Hold the phone. Is that who I think it is? That's one of Marduk's airships. No way. Wait a minute. Luke was on deck of that boat. What the hell are all these people coming here for? Oh. Kurogane.
Thanks for the help, Kurogane. Everything work out okay?
Yes. I've already made contact with our main unit. Also, I have a message from the matron.
What a dull-ass hunk of rock. Why in hell's name would he hole up here?
Perhaps
Walter?
this is merely a misdirection on his part.
Qasim!
Even those Dominions tagged along. Didn't think we'd be running into each other again so soon.
Oh, wow.
So you came, as I anticipated.
I assume you were drawn here because of that intel.
I'm only here because of the risk management AI's assessment. The general manager requested I fly to this island post-haste. I believe the others are here to assess the threat as well.
Sure as hell didn't expect to find you guys here.
The same goes for the Vice Captain. Who would have thought we'd be sitting shoulder to shoulder on the heels of that dreadful little squabble?
Alright, what the hell is Ashlat out of nowhere?
I have no quarrel with you at present. There's a time and a place for grudges.
That's our line, bucko.
Oh, so these are the people they were telling us about. Sounds like everyone has their own reasons for being here.
They're probably after the fragments or the island's owner. I'm surprised some of them would even dare to show their faces here, though.
Oh, shit! That damn Spriggan and his brats are here! The hell's going on?
This bitch, where the hell? Why? Why is she even here?
The chaos in Longport tapered off much sooner than I predicted.
These two assholes too?
I suppose we have the Liu family to thank for that.
So, you bastard! Stay your tongue, boy. Neither words nor action can change what's past. Save your breath, and spare us your misplaced ire.
This shit is getting crazy.
Calm down. Don't let him get to you.
It looks like the prominent players have arrived.
Gathering us all here was likely part of the owner's plan.
Only Adios knows why, though. Unless those two know something we don't.
Hell no. There ain't a man in all of Zemuria who knows what goes on in that crazy bastard's head.
However, he did say you would likely be here. At least now we can finally settle matters between us.
We'll just see how things play out. Either way, this will make for quite the interesting little vacation.
It's starting to get weird as hell. Afterwards, the courtesy car drivers took the newest arrivals back to the villa. However, there were now more guests than there were rooms. After talking things over with the manager, Katri agreed to a room with Esmeralda, and Judah shared a room with Nina. That sure was a hassle, but I think we finally got it all sorted out. Still, can't believe we had that many people show up all at once. Just what the hell is that nut job up to? Guess mulling over it won't really solve anything. If he's gonna make a move, he'll do it tomorrow. We can work out what his next play is in the morning. Something definitely smells off, though. Maybe I should take another look around the island before hitting the sack. Alrighty, so I'm gonna change everybody up here a little bit. See if I can get some people in some different costumes. We'll get him with his top, since he is still vacationing. Let's see. Throw on, let's see, with some tops. Just to give a different look. I had her in the bikini. That's the swimsuit. It's kind of the same one Lucrezia has. It's just orange. Even has a leg accessory and everything. We'll do it with the top though. Don't think his has one. Oh, he's back in. Interesting. Same with Nadia. She's probably in her lightweight. That's right. And we'll keep her in a swimsuit. Kincaid's not here. Well, she's fully dressed outside of it. Nope, we'll swimsuit her up. Oh, that's just her without her top. Well. Yeah, I figured they wouldn't change much. You know what? I'll just put everybody in what they're regularly wearing. It looks like his thing's starting to get a little serious. So maybe I should take it a little more serious too. Hmm. She definitely needs more outfits, I guess I'll say. Looks like some shit's about to happen, so the Grim Kitty outfit is still wild as hell. Look at this thing. All right. We're in the nighttime, so not really going to the beach. Let them hang out.
Huh. New activities. They didn't have these earlier in the day.
Okay. So we got more activities, and there is a quest over there. Let's do the quest first. Is it here? Oh, it's upstairs. No, yep, it's up here. I'm pretty sure this is Walter and Townsend's room. I feel kind of bad that Townsend had to share a room with that guy. Wait, I hear voices. Is that someone crying? Why? Why me? My horrible luck finally makes sense. It's all because I've been cursed. The fuck? That's gotta be Townsend. Sounds like he's not in the best mood either. Maybe I should pop in real quick to check on him. Hey there. Sorry for barging in. The Spriggan? What are you doing here? Oh, nothing. Just thought I heard somebody blubbering their eyes out. And figured I'd take a look into it. Room with Walter that bad, huh? I wasn't blubbering. Do I look like a blubbering type to you? And while I certainly am not pleased to share a space with that brute, there are far more concerning matters on my plate at the moment. Okay then, lay it on me. What's the problem? There's this reporter named Marielle. You know, the one who was taking pictures of tourists all day. Yeah, I know her. Looked like she was giving them away too. Well, a little while ago, I received a few pictures of my own from her. That's when I saw it. A strange white shadow hovering over me. Oh, brother. That's what's got you upset? Hey. This is a big deal, alright? Here, see for yourself. That is weird, huh? There really is something there. This was taken out in front of the abandoned church, right? Wonder what the haze is. See? I told you there was something strange going on. It must be a ghost. And if it's haunting me, it's been haunting me this whole time. Well, at least you got a pretty cool picture out of it. How can you be so blasé about this? This is evidence of paranormal activity. Ghosts caught on camera. Even modern science has been able to provide proof of afterlife. How are you not absolutely petrified? I don't know what to tell you. If the higher elements are at work here, I wouldn't be so surprised that a place like that was teeming with ghostly looking monsters. There's lots of stuff that can't be explained with science. Doesn't mean you're being haunted. You must take me for a fool. I should have known that you wouldn't understand. First I had to deal with that horrible incident in Basel last year. Then I lost my job. And now I can't even take a proper vacation. I'm positive it's all because of this evil spirit. There's simply no other explanation. As long as it's got claws in me, my life will be filled with nothing but misfortune. How will I ever rid myself of this horrible affliction? Look, if you're that scared, why don't you try and figure out what that white blob actually is? Sure, it looks like a ghost, but maybe it's just like when people see celebrities in their toast or something. I suppose the unknown is sometimes more scary than the truth. But how do you suggest we investigate the identity of a ghost? The very idea is ridiculous. Actually, I think there are a few people on this island that know a thing or two about spirits. Plus, I hate to leave him like this. If I ignore it all, he might just become even more of a headache. Should I help him get to the bottom of this ghost business? Yep. How about this? I'll figure out what's going on with this ghost thing, as long as you put in a formal request. Request? Oh, you must mean your 4 SVGs. As luck would have it, I know some people on the island right now who would be considered paranormal specialists. With their help, I'll be able to figure out the truth behind your little ghost problem. And hey, if it really is a ghost, all we have to do is exercise it. I figured that'd be a lot more constructive than sitting here freaking out about it anyway. As much as your skepticism irks me to no end, you do make a good point. Fine, I formally request your services. Although, I'm not sure how far I trust these specialists of yours. Guess it's a deal. In that case, mind if I borrow that picture? Gladly. In fact, I'd rather you have it anyway. Alright then. I'll get back to you after I talk to Marielle and the others. Actually, I might even have them come by to give you a once-over, too. Just wait here for now. Of course. Be sure, but make sure you're quick about it. Well, guess I should go find Marielle then. Might be a good idea to talk to someone familiar with the island, too. Maybe the villa manager? Could also ask the Gralls Ritter for help. Although, I don't think Celeste was ever all that good at the whole clairvoyance thing. She'll probably just stick to hitting up her partner. Then there's Shizuna. I think she's mentioned something about having spiritual powers back when Mare possessed human. Might be useful. I'm sure at least one of them is capable of clearing up this mess.
Okay, time to get to work.
Alright. So we need to find Leon. Oh, okay. Let me talk to everybody first. I've been wondering for some time now, but what exactly is the story behind your attire? No need for alarm. This is merely a special effects costume. Costume? I see. Forgive my wariness. Special effects, you said. How very intriguing. The design incorporates elements from the Eastern folklore, but with a modern twist throughout. Moreover, the detailed weathering on the surface evokes the wear and tear of genuine historical armor. Impressively done. You have my compliments. Are we sure that's what he was going for? To receive praise from the renowned director Lamb is an honor. No way, that's all there is to it. Exactly. I sympathize with your confusion, Director. After all, this island's had a sudden influx of new guests, including those of, shall we say, seedier persuasion. If that's the angle you're taking, then it's equally strange to see a man and a woman of the cloth on a beach vacation. Good point, Swin. Even Adios servants require time to set down their burdens. Do feel free to reach out to me if you ever should a need ever arise. Director Lamb. Damn, I couldn't even get it right. Sorry. I once had the privilege of seeing Director Gotti at work, but I'm also curious about your process as well. No way, that's all there is to that either. Thank you for the offer. We'll be in touch if the situation calls for it. This is a weird ass table of people right here, though. On that note, I've been meeting one fascinating individual after another today. For example, if you allow me to let my imagination take flight, before me sit three men burdened, the oldest by a tremendous duty, the younger by their weighty past. Being surrounded by so many dramatic inspirations really gets my creative juices flowing. It's scary how on the mark he is. World famous directors must have an eye for this sort of thing. Weird. Director Lamb mentioned that you accompanied him and his crew on a location hunting excursion. I must admit, I'm exceedingly jealous. With that you were able to share your good fortune. Yeesh. If only missing out on the schmoozing ops would be the worst of our island getaway woes.
Well...
This afternoon's location scouting was a massive success, thanks in no small part to your assistance. At this rate, we should be able to keep shooting from tomorrow onward. That right? We'll try to keep ourselves safe out there. Okay. I've seen a few of Director Lamb's films. I didn't really know the kind of person he'd be, but he's a surprisingly sensible person. At least, that was my first impression anyway. Turns out, he definitely has his idiosyncrasies. Welcome to the world of creatives. And Kuragane, what you got? Never realized you were such a social butterfly. It would prove problematic for the princess to be scouted by the director. This is merely a preventative measure on my part. I see. Can't fault you on that one. Yeah, he does attach himself to the chicks a little bit there. Let's see what they're talking about. There sure are a lot of colorful characters here, huh? And a fair number of them seem to belong to the Society Shadows at that. I think we can count them out. I think we can count on them to exercise a basic level of decency for now. What truly concerns me is that we have yet to see the owner of this resort. If you're that hung up about it, Why not cut your vacation short and get off the island? I definitely considered it, but that would mean leaving Catra here. Plus, I feel left out of heading home this early. We'll just have to see what tomorrow brings. That may be for the best. I'll be lending my fullest cooperation towards keeping everyone safe. So please, rest easy and enjoy your time off. I'll just leave the worrying to you then. It's very interesting though. I knew we should have brought a larger security Man, shit, that wasn't gonna solve anything. Of course, as far as Her Highness's welfare is concerned, the safest option would be to avoid this trip entirely. Never mind, there's no sense in wasting time in hindsight. Yeah, I guess. The guild's been trying to gather more information about Armada's legacy. Honestly, I wish that we had a little bit more to go on. Don't stress. Our team's is pretty used to rolling with the punches at this point. And we are as well. That said, it's always best to be prepared for the unexpected. Running into Katri and ex-CEO Townsend are only a few ways this vacation has been going off course. It's a bit more exciting for it though. You take things in so much stride that it's almost comforting. She really does. Cause I'd be like asking a shit ton of questions right now. Alright, let's ask him the question about the topic.
Got a question for you.
Sorry to spring this on you out of nowhere, but can I get your take on something? Why, certainly. It is a clergyman's duty to lend an ear to those who seek one, no matter how disreputable they may be. Could have gone without the last bit, but thanks. He does not like Van for shit. Van took out the picture he borrowed from Townsend and they began to explain the situation. So you wish to know if this is a ghost, what this ghost really is. I'm not sensing anything odd from the picture itself, but knowing it was taken on this island does make me wonder. That's a bit more ominous than I was expecting. I think I should meet with Townsend. I'll explain in more detail there. Oh, are you a priest with the Septian Church? That's correct. My name is Leon, and I'm what some people call a traveling priest. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. The picture Van shared with me didn't give me much to go on, so I thought it'd be better to meet with you directly. So, do you think there is something going on with him? Worry not, friend. I don't sense any experience on your person. Really? That's certainly a relief to hear from a priest. However, it would be prudent to keep your wits about you. This whole island has been strained by some sort of stagnant energy. Damn, he had to say that, really? What? What do you mean, stained? Just as it sounds. I felt a particular sensation ever since we stepped foot here. It's as if a dark cloud is looming over the entire island. I won't know more until we have a chance to conduct a more thorough investigation, though. At any rate, it's not uncommon for spirits to congregate in places with the excess of energy. Even if you aren't being actively haunted at this moment, it's still possible that something has its eye on you. I suggest you stay indoors after nightfall. I would also be mindful not to get into any mishaps during the day either. I see. So much for being relieved. Well, this was definitely a strange turn of events. Thanks for the help, Leon. Not at all. I'm glad to be of assistance. If you have no further need of me, I'll go ahead and take my leave. Farewell. Guess I better keep working on my way down the list. Alright, and we'll talk to her. Oh, okay, so it's a cocktail, okay. Huh.
What can I get for you? If you need anything else, I'll be right here.
Let me ask you something.
Van took out the picture. Okay. Let's see. That certainly does look a bit spooky. Well, you being the manager and all, I thought maybe you might have some idea of what it could be. Anything come to mind? Well, to be frank, I don't think I've ever heard talk of ghosts around here. That's not to say that we haven't had a few slightly odd disturbances, of course. Mind telling me about them? Certainly. One of our guests was taking a walk one night, and they said they saw an enormous, terrifying shadow. People were concerned about the possibility of it being a monster, but after conducting an investigation the following morning, we came to the conclusion that it was likely only a wild animal. Because the street lamps were stretching its shadow, it seemed much larger than it actually was. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Knowing there haven't been any other ghost sightings in the past, it's helpful on its own, though. I'm sorry I couldn't provide you with more information. Please let me know if there's anything else I can do to assist you. Sure thing. Thanks. Guess I'll be working my way down the list. I better keep working my way down the list. Alright. Let's go out here and have some other conversations. Let's see what some of these people are talking about. Pick a fight with me one time, and you're getting shipped off this island in a body cast. God damn, we already starting with the bullshit. Is that a promise? Hearing that only makes me want to mess with you more. The hell? Do I look like I'm joking? That might not be the person that she needs to be fucking with, honestly, though. Settle down now, you two. But I very much like to see how a showdown between you will play out. We wouldn't want to spoil the wonderful dinner we just had. Why don't the four of us converse a bit? Chances like these don't come around too often, after all. Damn, you've really got an all-star table here. Chance encounters such as these only happen at a luxury resort. Your set looks very concerned. I don't really care to get chummy with an Ikaruga bigwig, but you know what they say about missed opportunities. In that case, let me ask you something. I've been dying to find out for a while now. Just how powerful is the head of the Groswither? You refer to Ein Selnet? Yes? She is a person. She's a person of interest to the Marduk Company as well. Oh, is this the same woman the Cornelia series was based on? Yeah, we haven't met Ein yet. I've been curious about her for a while myself. They say she's as strong as she is beautiful. Yeah, you're better off not lumping the book character in with the commander. Anyone on this continent who can go toe-to-toe with her, at her best, would have to be in the same league as the Golden Rakshasa. The Golden Rakshasa. That would be the famed former general of the Empire, Aurelia Le Guin. Now that's a badass right there. That woman right there, bro. That the two of them are on equal playing fields says quite a bit on its own. She doesn't come out from behind the curtain much, but screw with her, and even you get burned. That's just for a start. You don't say. Well, now I just have to throw down. Maybe I could put a 4 SVG with Van and have him lure out somewhere. This girl's crazy. I wouldn't be so certain. As if I'd be stupid enough to accept it. What do you think the S in 4 SVG stands for? Suicide? Yeah, she's tripping hard, bro. Alright, let's talk to her.
Let me ask you something.
Sorry to cut into your fun, but can I ask you a work-related question? Sure, go for it. Van took out the picture he borrowed from Townsend. I see. Chasing down a ghost, huh? Sounds like a pretty fun job. Kind of fitting for this island, don't you think? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, it's nothing to worry about. At least for the time being, anyway. Look, if you're not going to tell me, you could at least stop being so ominous. Anyway, to answer your question about my abilities. Yeah, I can detect evil spirits. Can even exercise them, too. But based on this picture, I don't really think that's what you need from me. That's not to say Townsend isn't being haunted, though. Well, would you mind stopping by to take a look at him? I get the feeling he wants to diagnose it straight from the horse's mouth. Sure, I don't mind. Why don't we head over now? Hey, Townsend, brought somebody to see you. I'm sorry, but who are you, miss? She's someone important from the East. Got a talent for seeing spirits, too. My name's Shizuna. Nice to meet you, Mr. Ex-CEO. Yes, likewise. I don't believe I quite understand, but whatever insight you can offer would be most appreciated. Was there anything you noticed about the picture? I didn't get the sense that there is something ghoulish going on, if that's what you mean. But I figured I could at least check you out, just in case. Yeah, just as I thought. You're no host to a ghost. You do seem to be giving off some pretty negative vibes, though. Negative vibes? I guess it might make more sense to say he's irritated or annoyed. Here, let me put it like this. Strong negative vibes attract bad things. Usually it's just general misfortune. Other times it's evil spirits. Anyway, I don't know your situation, but I'd recommend trying not to worry too much. Do something to get out of the slump that you're in. Wow, wasn't expecting you to give the guy life advice. The reason I came here in the first place was to refresh myself. I've just had so much bad luck lately. Well, nevertheless, I appreciate your suggestion. However, none of that explains anything about the white haze in that picture of mine. Do you know what could it be? I mean, what it could be. Well, at the very least, I don't think it was a ghost or a human. What's that supposed to mean? I may know a thing or two about spirits, but I'm not a medium, you know. Guess it's something that you'll have to ask, to rack your brains about. Alright then, thanks again for your help. Yeah, thanks for your time. She's just like, alright, bye. Alright. While we're asking questions, I once read a book about the fantastical beings in the East known as the yokai. Have you ever come across one, Miss Rugi? Yeah, locals would use that word for the same creatures I've run into. They skedaddled the second I came anywhere close, so those yokai are probably nothing special. They probably thought a battle-starved maniac like you was even more of a freak than they were. How very intriguing. I can't keep up with this at all, but it does look like they're having a good time. Incidentally, I spoke with Miss Al-Fayed recently. Mr. Al-Fayed. In accordance with both risk management AI's predictions and Mr. Thorndyke's wishes, he has come with some of his security team's most elite members. Perhaps this isn't my place to say, but although Marduk's goals align with ours, it may be prudent to remain attentive to how the situation develops. While we're asking questions, oh no, I already asked that. Trying to talk to Celeste. Oh, I guess we can't talk to anybody else? Interesting. Yep, it's the same thing, but trying to talk to all of them. Okay, so their conversation is done. Let's see what their conversation is. So what are you all up to? Oh, Van, that camera is big as shit. Hey, I figured you guys would like to take a few mementos from your trip, so I've been shooting some photos. I'm developing all the film in my room. She was actually just showing us all the pictures that she's taken so far. Oh, get anything good? Well, she did manage to get a shot of Fairy stuffing her face, and a few of her smiling as well. Oh, and she was able to capture one of the most beautiful rainbows I've ever seen. She even caught a few pictures of some of the island's rare birds. All of your pictures are so nice, Marielle. Do you think that you'd be willing to make copies for me? Guess you've been hard at work, huh? Sounds like you're getting pretty crafty with that camera, too. Well, it's all part of the job, you know. I'm sure you've heard of an old adage, a picture is worth 1,000 words. I can't just be good at writing articles. I gotta make sure I get some good shots in. Well, all the pictures you've taken here have been incredible. Yes, I agree. I'm sure you'll be a skilled professional photographers in no time. You guys are too nice. Speaking of photography, have you seen all the movies recently? Have you seen any movies recently? I remember you saying that you really liked my debut film, Agnes. It makes me smile whenever I think about it. Actually, would you like to know a few things that happened behind the scenes? Yes, of course. Oh man, if your fans knew the Nina Finley was sharing all of her exclusive stories with us, they positively dropped dead from envy. All my recording devices are somewhere else at the moment, so everything you say is 100% off the record. Damn, I'm kind of interested myself, but I think that they're having girl time right now. Probably best if I leave them to it. I've had so many wonderful conversation partners today, Agnes and Marielle included. It's a shame the weather forced us to change course to Nemeth Island on such short notice. But we did get a great shoot out of it. Not to mention a chance to encounter with you all. Maybe this detour worked out for the best. This too damn coincidental. Having a storm hit all of a sudden that makes them come to that island with all these people showed up. I had so much fun talking with Nina and Marielle that I almost forgot why we were even here. I have to remember this isn't an idle vacation. We have to figure out why that invitation was sent and why all these people have been gathered here. Hopefully we can uncover all that in our investigation tomorrow. Oh, speaking of photos, I've taken several with you in a van. I'll pass them out to you and the rest of the crew once they're developed.
Got a question for you.
I didn't realize I caught a ghost in one of my pictures. It's all my fault that Mr. Townsend's so on edge about it. If only I had checked them beforehand. I should go and apologize. It's not your fault. I'm pretty sure the guy's just paranoid about anything and everything. Anyway, do you usually see stuff like this in your photos? I wouldn't say it's common, but I've definitely taken some that were pretty similar. But my co-workers at the Terrell Times have said that I'm the only one who's had this issue. Maybe she just has a knack for capturing ghosts on film. Did you notice anything strange around the time that you took this picture? No, I don't think so. I think it was sometime around dusk. I was just getting ready to turn in for the day, and that's when I spotted Mr. Townsend. He was trying to get inside the abandoned church, but it seemed like he'd given up. I figured I would take a picture so that he could have his nice keepsake. Oh, I almost forgot. That's the only picture I took with the flash on. Although that's about the only thing out of the ordinary I can recall. The flash, huh? That might have something to do with the haze then. Thanks for the info, Mario. Of course, happy to help. Alright, I think I had just about everybody. Heard a lot of different opinions, but nothing really substantial. Maybe I'll have better luck investigating around where the picture was taken. And so, Van made his way to the abandoned church. Huh? What are you doing here? Oh, it's you. I was just trying to familiarize myself with the terrain. But I noticed an unusual aura coming from that abandoned church. What do you mean? I mean, I'm definitely catching a whiff of something, but I can't quite place what it is. I say it's because you lack the proper training. Anyway, I'm assuming you have business over here. You could say that. Somebody asked me to take a look around for them. Van showed Kasim the picture of Townsend and told him about the fears regarding the apparition. I see. It would seem that Vern's former CEO still has a number of unresolved anxieties. That being said, I'm surprised that Spriggan would even take on a job like this. What? Got a problem with that? The only reason I took the guy on was because I didn't want him getting any more carried away than he already was. Anyway, what did you think about the picture? Anything stand out to you? Not particularly. I thought the white blur was odd, but nothing more than that. I see. Guess I have to keep digging. Well, shall we get going? We're going the same way after all. You're not exactly my ideal partner, but after you, I suppose. So this is it, huh? It sure is a lot more creepy than at night. It's very odd for a Septian church to leave behind ruins like this. You usually only find them near abandoned villages, evacuated due to ongoing conflicts in the area. Now that you mention it, I guess it is pretty strange. Anyway, I've got some investigating to do, so this is where we go our separate ways. You'll find no argument with me. However, I would like to know how you end up resolving this issue. Are you thinking it might be related to the weird feeling you mentioned earlier? Yes, and I prefer to have as much evidence as possible before drawing any conclusions. Well, if I find anything on my end, I'll be sure to fill you in. I appreciate it. We'll speak later. Good luck. Alright, I still have no clue what made that white haze. Guess I'll try using the shard search to see what I can find. If I can pick up the trail somewhere, it might just lead me to the answer. Maybe something inside could offer a hint or two. Alright, I'm going to end here, and when we come back, we'll be finishing up this quest, and then handling the activities. I'll probably do the... I'll see. I may do the activities on screen, because it looks like it's just one. I don't see any other little exclamation points, and we'll see what it is. But thank y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate everyone checking out the vids, as always. New to the channel, tap that like button, and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.